Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly if you're new. I'm the maker for Happy Dandelion Creations. Today in this video, we're going to be working on an anchor. I'm so excited. I've made anchors before. If you've ever made an anchor, welcome to the chaos. You know he takes quite a long time. I am a relatively slow crocheter, so he takes me a couple of days actually, because like working with the big yarn and the big hook. So the pattern, I wanted to say recipe for random reasons, calls for a 7 with regular blanket yarn. So he's gonna be, so I made one of the inside of his tentacles. And so, I went ahead and made one so you can see how long his tentacle is going to be. I wanted to kind of time how long it took me, just so I knew how long this process was going to take, because I've never actually timed it. I've just like, oh, well, let me make a tentacle as I'm working through other things because it takes so long. But let's see, if I'm only working on an anchor, how long it takes me. If I can get it done in one day, or if it'll carry over into tomorrow, we'll see. So the last anchor I made was rainbow. So all the inside was all the different colors of the rainbow. If I have a picture, I'll put a picture. I don't know if I have a picture. I got real bad about remembering to take pictures of my stuff. But I'm getting better, just like I'm getting better with this. Practice. So the inside, I wanted to do the inside, and I wanted to do one where the inside was solid colors. So inside, his inside tentacles are going to be this dark green, and the outside's going to be this really light baby blue, and I think those two, it's going to complement each other really well. Let me just show you I don't know if you can see that. So that's the plan. Haven't developed the skill yet to crochet and talk. And I know you don't want to sit here for hours. So I'm going to go make the rest, and then I'll come back. And maybe we'll talk a little bit as I'm putting a tentacle together. We'll see how that chaos ensues. We'll see. All right, we'll be back. Okay guys, so hop back on here. I finished all of the inside tentacles. It took longer than expected. So sadly, I don't think I'll be able to bust this out in one day, but that's okay. I have a little bit of time tomorrow, and hopefully, like I said, I am a very slow crocheter. So usually I spend several days. Just let me make a couple of tentacles here and there as I work and do other things. But I do have some other things. There we go. That I'm working on. That need attending to. I do have kids, stay-at-home mom, so there are things. As much as I would love to just sit and crochet literally all day. Sometimes it's not in the cards, but I wanted to hop back on here and try to, let me look at my instructions real quick. I got my pattern up behind me, so behind the camera, so that's why. Okay, I wasn't sure, I couldn't remember. Am I doing half double crochets? Because a lot of this is worked in half double crochets, and I couldn't remember if sewing it together. Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, I get so nervous and my brain stops working when I'm trying to do two things at once. That's why I haven't made a crochet with me video yet. I'm working on it. I feel like the better I get at filming these videos with you guys, the better I'll get at crochet with me. I am just not very. My ADHD will not let me do two things like at once. And you can't even see like what I'm doing. I tend to have a real serious face too, is another reason I haven't filmed myself crocheting a lot. I have a real serious face, like I'm concentrating, I'm counting. And I haven't figured out how to do the two things at once. Let's practice that a little bit. So leave in the comments for me if you have made an anchor, if you've made one of these octopus. Tell me what colors you've made. How long did it take you? I'm also trying to grow my channel. So I'm very welcoming to other small business. So if you're just starting a YouTube, like a crochet, I'd love to watch others, see what others are doing, how they do their markets. Put it in the comments. I'll go and check your channel out too. If you like videos like this, give it a thumbs up so I know to do more. If you want to see me do more crochet, I know my face is I'm concentrating so hard and my ADHD is just screaming right now. It's so hard. Like I can ramble, but like I can't look at you and like it's serious. I have to focus. This is serious. So I'm stressed. It's chaos over here. It's chaos. What was I saying? See, I lost my whole train of thought. That's okay. We'll get back to it. Do you crochet? Do you like to watch other crocheting while you crochet? What do you watch? I want to know. I want to know what other people are doing. I like to watch crochet, other people's crochet videos while I crochet. That sounds, see, I have messed this up somehow, so I'm gonna have to stop. Messed it up real bad somewhere, because I can't do two things at once. So I'm gonna go make the rest of these tentacles, and then I'll come back and show you what that looks like. All right. Okay, guys, I'm back. It is the next day. I'm sitting on them now. I did get the outside of the tentacles done and attached to the other piece. It took way longer than it needed to. So it's not a one-day process for me. There's no way. They're not hard, they're time consuming. And so like the next part I feel like is the easy part. because you're sewing it together, and then you're making the head, and then you're making the little, it labels it as the head, but it's the little sack on the back. So that's all I have left, and then the octopus will be done. I'm very excited. I enjoy making them, but I gave myself a timeline to finish in one day, and I felt the stress of the timeline. And so don't do that. If you're gonna make anchor, give yourself time. Also, like I said, the tentacle part is very time consuming because it's just repetitive. And if you enjoy that, you might be able, but it's like making a blanket. It's the same thing over and over and over and over. Over and over and over again. That being said, like I said, I love making the anchors. I liked how my color combos came out. I'm gonna make, I think I have enough of this color for the little inside piece to close it all up, but that is last. So I thought I would give it another try to see if I can crochet this morning and chat with you guys for a few minutes. I don't know. Practice makes perfect though, right? So let's see what we can do. I started off trying to ask you guys what you guys do, and so this time I'm going to let me tell you a little bit about myself if you haven't gone back. And I did like an introductory video. Let me scoot back a little so that I can let me adjust my camera so you can see what I'm doing. I dropped my tentacle. Like I said, this part is really easy. When I first started my channel, I did like an introductory, just a quick little, I think it's like 5 or 10 minutes, just to say, hey, this is what my channel is going to be. But that was like a year ago. I had big plans at that point for the channel, and you know what happens when you make big plans. Life explodes, and there's nothing you can do. We had a big, I don't want to go into those personal details, but our family had a big loss, and so it was a setback for sure. But we got through it as a family, and we recovered. So let me go through and kind of tell you a little bit about myself as I've gotten a little bit better, I think, at making these videos. I tell my kids all the time, practice. If you don't practice, you don't get better. So let's practice crocheting and talking and filming more of my progress. Those are all conscious things that I have to be aware of. So I started crocheting during the pandemic. I am a serial crafter, so when they said lockdown, can't leave your house, I was like, I mean, as an introvert, I wasn't really that, don't do that tentacle a second time. That would be bad. I wasn't really sad about it, but I needed a new craft. So I found crochet, and I started off making, so previously I had made like these little like leg warmers for Halloween to be the Cheshire Cat for my friend's like little party. And I was like, oh, that's easy. So I tried making like little hats for my kids and things like that. And then I found amigurumi, and that's just the way to go right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I just want to make sure I got all 8 before I attach them. Once I started making amigurumi, there was literally no going back. I didn't bring a stitch marker at all. That's okay. So that's, and then you go around and you come up to make, and you'll make a little, make his eyeballs and stuff like that, and then you'll make the little thing. So my first amigurumi, I think, was I made the coronavirus for all my friends, and I left them all at their doors, which was fun. Oh, see, look at what I've done. Look at what I've done. Okay, back on track. And then I tried a Totoro. Oh my goodness. I'll put a picture of my first Totoro up here. And then I'll put a picture of how I make Totoro now. And it's if you're thinking about crocheting and like, oh, that's hard, and oh, mine don't look so good. Look at where I started and look at how I am now. I'm always learning and growing. And like I said, once I started amigurumi, hooked. I make little characters now, like Totoro, and I make soot sprites and Marvel characters, and I do Comicons, and I love making Comicon. I love going to Comicon and making fan art stuff. That's why I applied for, I'm doing GalaxyCon this year, which last year it was just Nashville Comic-Con. And so this year it's going to be GalaxyCon. And if you're a con goer, you know that GalaxyCon is huge. And I also got into the local PokeFest this year, so I'm counting that as a con. It's a Pokemon con, but I make Pokemon, and I love making the different Pokemon. I wish some of the Pokemon just can't be translated. I haven't figured out, let me rephrase that. I haven't figured out how to translate it into yarn yet. So, there's that. And yeah, I'm gonna work on these guys. Probably take me a couple of days. I've got some other stuff to do this week, so I'm gonna slowly finish him up, and then I will come and show you how he turned out. I think I might even go and find my other one so you can see the rainbow and see the contrast between them. So yeah, let's go do that. All right, guys, we are finally finished. I told you this would be the easy part. The rest of it only took maybe an hour and a half. So here's the final. I'll show you. There's a little patch that closes it all up. I really like how he turned out. Like I said, I've made other ones before, so don't rush. If you're going to make him, don't rush. Just give yourself time. Make a couple, do other things. Whew. Because he takes some time. Now, if you're a really fast crocheter, he might not take as long for you. I am a slow crocheter. But yeah. I will give one tip if you haven't done an anchor and you're thinking about doing one. So the bottom piece here, you make and then you sew on. So when you're sewing it on, make sure you line the little nubs with it so it becomes the rest. You see what I'm saying? So it looks like it's part of the thing. And in this one, I did the center blue just to help bring it all together. And then I did go out and so we'll stick him right there. I did go out and get my rainbow one. This one feels heavier and I don't know why. Maybe I stuffed this one more. Yeah, I definitely did stuff this one more. But like when they're sitting next to each other, this one did turn out a little bit bigger, but you see I did rainbows. And I got it in here, so I'm going to take a really good picture, put it on my Instagram. And then I always do a solid color for the, so this is the second rainbow one that I've done. The first one sold, but I did, so it was black with the rainbow, which is really a really nice contrast. And the centerpiece was white. And I think I had one of the things white. I wanted the tentacles to be really bright since it was black. So, but yeah, now I've got two of them. And like I said, I wanted one that was just one color underneath. I have seen ones where if you do the rainbow, I'll show you with this one because it's easier to see. The little baubles on the middle piece, the inside piece, they did with what color. And you got to be real careful when you do that because then you have to match it with that one. This one, it doesn't matter. As long as it lines up with a tentacle, then you're good. So the same with this one. I do it a solid color, so it doesn't matter which one it lines up with, and it doesn't make that big of a difference. I have tried to do the multicolor bauble, and it looks okay, but like if you don't get that real all on point, it's more noticeable than a solid color. So yeah, I'm going to take really good pictures and try to get more pictures. Remember, you can take more pictures. Practice crochet with me, so you'll see more of that coming. And these will all end up on Instagram. So if you want to see more of the things that I make, you can go over there and give me a follow on Instagram. That would be greatly appreciated also. And then if you want to see more videos from me, always hit subscribe. Hit the like button if you like the videos so that I know which videos you guys like the best. And I know which ones to make more of. We're going to get real deep into market prep here in a little bit. So right now I'm trying to shoot out a video every week just to kind of get myself used to it. My goal is every Monday right now, and so far I've been pretty good. I've missed one, but there was a snowstorm, so but yeah, I'm shooting for every week. I'm trying to, I am an over planner, so I kind of have it all planned out already, but leaving space for disasters, chaos, because it's chaos over here. Yeah, like I said, hit subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you next week. Bye.